Hello.
Hello.
And welcome to Peeves and Qs. I'm so happy that you guys didn't leave me hanging on that. I was thinking about doing that, and I was so worried I would just be standing there and like silently beckoning anyone to pick it up.
Dude, good job, guys.
All right, that was good. I'm very impressed. Well, as you have just listened to, we are Peeves and Qs. I'm your host, Mr. Red, and with me is the clever girl.
Hello.
Carmen Sandiego.
Hello.
Woods, L.
Hey.
Mischief Gay.
Hey.
And Chocolate Thunder.
Heyo.
Who I'm pretty sure is a vampire because I've never seen you before sundown.
Well, you know.
Yeah, so...
That's fair.
That is a great conclusion.
This is a theory.
I
that
also
I'm working
glisten in the sun, so that's why I don't
on.
typically
Who
come out
doesn't?
there.
Who doesn't? This is a podcast where we gather together weekly and ask each other questions and talk about what's been annoying us. And the show's called Peeves and Qs, and you can listen to it on...
They know where to listen to it. They're listening to it.
That's true. So, we'll just jump right in because we have stories to tell. With our first segment, how have you guys been? We've been good. I'll go first.
Alright.
Things have been great because Clever Girl and me, Mr. Red, who are dating, by the way.
You're gonna like set up our audience for it's bigger than it's gonna be.
Okay,
we went on vacation.
We did. We went on vacation. Where'd we go?
We went to Punta Cana
Which
in the
is
Dominican Republic.
Yes, we did.
Yep.
All right, so let's move on.
That's
Yeah, so it was awesome.
Crazy. My first time leaving the country.
Yeah.
Have you left the country? Has
You
anybody
are pointing
sorry,
to
Carmen Sandiego.
Sandiego.
Has anybody else left the country?
Nope. No. I mean, I've been to Canada a few times.
Okay.
Does
That doesn't count.
From
No.
Michigan,
Yes,
that
it
doesn't count.
does.
No.
Yeah.
You mean
It's
wherever
out of the
in the...
country.
That's just
they don't
polite
from
America.
Michigan. Well, Mr. Red's been all over Europe.
I would say all over Europe, and it was
In
very
the good
long.
parts of Europe.
Yeah, I went to Germany, France, and Belgium, and that was cool. Yeah, that was
You
like...
know, in I think it's Belgium, they have a fat ballet where you have to weigh over 200 pounds to be in the thing.
That's cool. Everyone...
She's like, I don't believe it. I'm looking
No, I
this up.
Yep, it's a real thing.
That's neat. Go
Very
Belgium.
cool. So it was my first time leaving the country.
Mm-hmm.
And I hate leaving the country.
Yeah.
It is a pain in the ass.
Mm-hmm.
You have to get your passport.
Mm-hmm.
Which mine was easy to get, but like my coworkers, we went with my work, and everybody else had horrible stories about getting their passport.
Yeah.
So then you get there, you have to pay a $10 fee, which is a tourist fee, to get into the country. Now, doesn't that seem? Yeah, that seems off.
I mean, that's low, but...
Yeah.
at the same
I'm just
time-
saying,
The idea of
America
it's
doesn't do that.
Was it scary?
Yes,
let me
kind of.
Okay, so I don't know my geography.
Okay,
Where is this?
it's literally down from Florida.
It's in
Okay.
Central America.
So
It's,
there's-
next
It's
to
by
Cuba.
Puerto Rico, the other side of Haiti.
So there are prevalent English speakers there?
Everyone
Yeah, everyone,
Island.
Okay.
they could speak English to us. Whether they understood like what we were saying, that's a different story.
They
Did you
did,
guys stay
yeah.
on the resort?
Uh-huh.
Yes.
Yeah, we completely stayed on the resort. We didn't leave. It was basically, the way it was set up was, it was this outdoor thing with these two giant pools right next to each other and also next to the beach, which was strange, but okay. And then they had a series of hotel buildings to the side of that, and we stayed in one of those. But we didn't drive anywhere except to the resort and then to the airport. We just walked around the resort, drinking, getting sunburnt, talking with friends.
Yes. First of all, they didn't have elevators, and we were on the 3rd floor.
Oh, hell no.
Yeah, so...
Now I'm not complaining. I just thought it was really weird that they didn't have elevators.
Yeah.
And I was really mad when I had to like haul all of my luggage up 3 stairs. That's the only time that I really complained. And girlfriend's got some big thighs, so like walking from the beach with my wet thighs to the hotel room and up all those stairs, my thighs hurt by the time I got there. But so I thought that was weird. And then the food was really weird.
Yeah, the food was weird. So they had, there was a lot of buffets, and I don't know if that... A lot of the problem that I personally had was I've never been to the Dominican Republic before, and I've never been outside of the resort, so I have no idea what was just this place being the way it is, maybe cheap, who knows, or if this is
I didn't
just
think
that's
it was
just
cheap.
how they do things down in the Dominican Republic. That's just the culture, because there was a lot of buffets, there were a lot of breads, and
Yeah,
there
a
just
lot of
wasn't-
breads.
There just wasn't that much protein to find.
It was, yeah.
And I just don't know if that's just like they just eat a lot of bread down in the Dominican Republic, or if it's just the resort. Who
Like, no
knows?
potatoes.
No potatoes.
Not that I was looking for them, but it was just strange that I didn't see any. And then at breakfast time, their eggs were, like, really, really weird.
Yeah.
And it wasn't
Good weird or
comfortable
bad
eating.
weird?
I didn't eat them. You ate one.
Were they like runny? Did they have like a certain
They were,
flavor
like,
you didn't like?
orange.
I didn't.
They just weren't the right color. It made me think they were, like, goose eggs or something. I don't know.
Maybe they were.
Maybe.
Maybe.
I didn't notice anything weird about the eggs, but I don't really pay
Anyway,
attention. I
yeah.
just throw stuff in my mouth.
One of my biggest fears, I like didn't even really want to go on this vacation because I was terrified because I've heard horror stories about iguanas.
Which you've talked about on the show before.
Yes, I have. I don't like iguanas and how they run. So I was scared that because I've heard that on the resorts they become like domesticated because like there's people around them all the time
The way like
and
squirrels might.
people feed them. So I thought for sure I'm like, oh my gosh, this place is gonna be crawling with iguanas, and they're gonna come up to me at the door, and I'm gonna freak out and whatever. And I couldn't stand it.
But
But we get there, no iguanas, except when we go to the beach, and there's this man walking up and down the beach with not one, but two parrots, a monkey, and an iguana.
Sounds like they.
Yeah.
Oh.
Right.
So I made the mistake of telling my favorite coworker's husband that I don't like iguanas. And he's one of those people who's like, oh, don't tell me your deepest, darkest secrets because I'm going to make you
They'll
pay for
exploit
them.
it, yeah.
Yeah. I saw them coming and we were with all of my coworkers, so I was like, okay, remain calm, remain calm. Then I saw his name, we'll call him Max, goes up to the guy who has the iguana and tells him like, oh, this girl really wants to hold this iguana. And I saw this and I was like, I thought for him, I'm like, I should just leave.
yeah.
And I could have made it. But I thought that if I just said no, he would stop. But he didn't. He kept coming like closer and closer, and I finally had to yell out like a "fuck you! I don't want to hold your iguana."
Wow.
I felt really bad, but like there was no other way because I kept like no, I really don't want to stop anything, and I finally like that's the only thing that I could get out was like "fuck you," and that finally like got through him that I don't want to hold your goddamn iguana.
Was it a really big iguana?
It was huge, yeah.
It was huge, and that iguana couldn't give a shit what was happening.
No.
Right.
It was over, and it's like, it's hot.
It literally
it's
was
hot.
just like laying in this guy's arm, like not a fuck in the world.
So I want to talk to the audience who's listening for a minute. I'm worried that you're putting yourself in the situation where there's an iguana coming at you and you just don't care. Imagine it's something that you actively hate. Imagine it's like a giant wasp or like a spider or
Or a
something.
cop.
Or a cop, yeah, coming at
Oh,
you.
I know. I wouldn't want somebody dangling something like that in front of my face.
Yeah, and they're coming at you because you told someone that you're just like, oh, I hate these things. And they're like, oh, this will be fun.
Which I can't stand people like that, and that should be my peeve this week, but it's not.
Come on, Max. What are you doing? So, was that when I was in the hotel?
Yeah, Mr. Red wasn't even there. So I had no help. It was
Yeah.
like me and my coworkers. So now my coworkers are all like,
You're on your own. in a
this
strange
girl that just
country.
yells at immigrants or natives of the land.
Yeah, I was gonna say,
Immigrant
they're
to
not
me.
immigrants.
Yeah. Native of the land. But it literally was the only thing I could be like, do not come near me with that.
Yeah.
And I felt horrible, but
Well,
don't
you,
come at me with your iguana.
baby was put in a corner. So
Yeah.
you did what you had to do.
Yeah, seriously. That was basically the highlight that I wanted to share because I knew you all were wondering about the iguanas. Actually, before we move on, I have gifts for everybody. Gifts.
I didn't
Did you
know
see any
about
frogs?
this. I'm just kidding.
What?
Did you see any frogs?
No frogs.
No frogs.
There you go. Where are you
Yeah,
looking?
I wasn't even worried about frogs, and so if there would have been some, I really would have freaked out. So, this stone that they only have in Punta Cana is called Larimar. It's a blue stone.
Yeah.
And so I got all of you jewelry made out of this stone. This one's for Mischief Gay.
Maybe we'll post pictures of these and put them in the...
Maybe. This one's for Chocolate Thunder.
I'm gonna wear this all the time.
And these two are for What's Common L and Carmen San Diego.
Oh my goodness, I love
They're very cute. I didn't
it's
get
literally
one,
what-
so I
Shut
just want
up.
that to be known.
This is your mother's if you want to give it to her.
Thank you.
We literally bought all of this jewelry because we thought it was cool that it was the only
Does
place
this
that you
like
could
mean
get it.
anything?
Yeah, it means
Fuck
love.
you.
Like the shape?
Oh,
Like no,
One of
like
the two.
stone.
no, it doesn't.
No, it's the only place you can find it.
Oh.
I
Yeah.
love
Ooh,
this.
thank you.
I love it. Thank you.
Yeah, so
Ooh, I might be able
it
to
was a lot of
try
fun. I discovered I've flown on airplanes before, and I feel like I've been fine on them, but this time I realized that I hate flying.
Me too.
It's awful.
It's very stressful. What's the longest you've been on a plane? Like duration?
Good question.
0 minutes.
You've never been on a plane?
Lucky you. Keep
9
your feet on the
hours?
ground.
9 hours?
Don't do it.
This
9 hours
this
is a
flight was
long
only
time.
4
9
hours. 4 hours and like 20 minutes, but I was over it.
Yeah, I think 5.
That's still
4
quite a while.
5 hours.
5
I had
hours.
one that was 5 hours.
I never had to fly that long. Like I fly for like an hour or two and then stop and then fly for.
Oh, I'd love to.
Oh,
I could
yeah.
do that.
No, it sucks because when you're
gotta go
going-
up and
the
down.
Ears,
Yeah,
oh,
yeah.
God.
I don't mind that. I just hate thinking that I'm gonna die.
Like, so I feel
That's
like
why I don't want to ride on a plane.
It's not like that. I'll
It's
take
not.
that.
And I used to never be afraid of planes. I would rather take a plane anywhere. But we were flying over water, and that's where I was like, planes disappear over
I had
water.
a nightmare recently where I was on a plane.
oh yeah,
Was there
And
snakes?
that's all that happened.
And Samuel
I
L.
was on a
Jackson?
plane.
clever girl. I didn't tell you this at the time.
No.
But we were flying directly over the Bermuda Triangle.
I figured you whispered that to me at
Did
one
I?
point.
Oh, I didn't.
Because our captain was like, who was like Russian, who was like, we are going to be experiencing some turbulence. Please buckle your seatbelts or whatever. And you literally were like, it's because we're flying through the Bermuda Triangle. And I was like, what? And you're like, nothing.
Were you guys
So-
there?
That's
I
where
guess.
Yeah, we were.
mermaids are.
I didn't.
would fucking.
I know. I didn't. For some reason, knowing that we were flying over it at the time, I didn't think about it. But then, as we were there, I was just like, I know where we are. This isn't good. But apparently, I read that the whole thing is just a myth, and it's no more dangerous than
Duh.
other parts of the
It is
ocean.
not a myth.
But I don't like to believe that. I want to believe.
I think it's real.
I
Anyway,
think
so
it's
yes.
I feel like I would be pretty good at flying in a helicopter because the physics of how a helicopter flies are very different than a plane.
I feel like that's
No.
way more dangerous.
Yeah.
But the thing about it is, a plane has to be going fast, and that's why it stays in the air. Whereas a helicopter, you can just kind of hover in one place. You have a lot more control. It's a lot more like a
If you
car in that
fall,
way.
You did.
You
but
dead.
Yeah,
You
but
dead.
you're dead in an
You're
airplane.
dead in an airplane,
anyway.
I mean, there's been survivors of airplane
Yeah,
crashes.
nobody survives a helicopter
I feel like
crash.
it happens in comic books all the time. So that
Shut
must be true.
up.
That's
So people say that you're statistically safer to fly in an airplane
Than
than
a car.
in a car. However,
Than to fly in a car, yeah.
Guys,
Yeah, well,
I don't like airplanes that much.
probably not too
I
specific.
swear, I always want to like every time before I go flying, I just like I wish I could just take a parachute with me.
Yeah.
Just have it on my back, just in case.
Why
They
don't
should
do
have that option.
Why don't they do that?
I don't know.
That's so fucking stupid.
Probably, I think
I agree.
I feel like parachutes might be expensive.
You couldn't get everybody
Well,
jumping.
yeah.
So
on
what-
Plus, it would be
Life-
uncomfortable.
Yeah, that's true.
Because the seats
don't
are
care.
already so goddamn
Oh yeah,
small.
yeah.
I
You know
don't
what they need
care.
to do? They need to put more parachutes in planes, and they need to get rid of half the seats in every airline
Ugh.
because they're so cramped.
What airline did you fly?
It was Swift Air, which I had never heard
The
of.
fuck is that?
That's
I
a
know.
good
That's
question.
Right?
shady.
Yeah.
It was like a charter plane, which is even more scary because charter planes definitely they disappear.
Those are the little ones, right?
Yeah, but this one wasn't little.
Yeah, this was a 747 Boeing. Yeah. So
But they called it a charter plane.
it's the normal
Oh my God,
plane.
so
It's like
they're
the
less
standard plane.
Know about planes, trains, and automobiles? Right into us.
Love that movie.
That is a good movie. If you know about the movie, right in too.
It's
But
hilarious.
But we should move on.
We should move
Unless you
on.
want to talk about your makeup.
that actually.
Oh, you had a good time.
I had a good time.
Good.
Went to Florida and it was fun.
Ooh,
What'd you guys do?
Florida's nice.
Hung out, went to the beach,
That's all we did too.
Yep.
Beach pool, beach pool.
went out to eat a lot. That was it.
Yeah.
I love
Relax.
food.
I love your text back to me like, I've eaten more
Yeah.
dairy than I have the past 2
and
years.
bread that I have in the past 2 years and the past 2 days.
Mhm.
Which is true. Yeah.
Well, we went on vacation and we stayed at a hotel, and that actually translates directly into my specific peeve.
Awesome.
So I'll go first if we want to start our segment Peeves, which is what's annoying us each week. Hello, this is Peeves and Qs. So my peeve is when hotels don't offer Wi-Fi
Yeah,
Now,
for sure.
it's one thing if they say, here's paid Wi-Fi, you can pay like per day or whatever per night, and you can have Wi-Fi. That's annoying. That's annoying too. And I think they should get rid of that. There should be free Wi-Fi basically everywhere, but especially in hotels. But when
McDonald's can have it, hotels can have it.
yeah, if McDonald's, that's a great policy just in general. That's
What's coming L?
I'm just
put
saying.
that on a T-shirt.
That's right. But to not have anything in terms of Wi-Fi, that's ridiculous.
Like
People
not even
have to
have it
stay
like
there.
pop up on your phone when you're in your room to say like, yes, I will pay
Especially
for
out of the country, you think that they definitely have that.
Yeah, you would think that.
this. Because our phones did not work, so all we had was Wi-Fi to connect to anybody.
Yeah, to send emails and that was it.
Yeah.
Or maybe
We literally
iMessages
got
or
there.
whatever, but we just-
I found some Wi-Fi in the lobby and like sent an email to my parents, like made it.
It's just ridiculous because it's 2018, spoilers, and to live in 2018, you have to have the internet. Even if, like, yeah, you're on vacation, so you need to disconnect, but at the same time, you still need to know, like, oh, is the world on fire? I would like to know that.
No.
Let it burn.
I just needed to like be in contact with my parents.
I needed Twitter.
Wow, what are we? Chopped liver?
Well,
Listen,
You weren't there
I
with
wanted
us.
to wait to
wasn't
tell you
invited.
about the iguanas in person.
yeah, that's right. So,
Good peeve.
I know, like, just, what are you doing? People have to stay here. Just, that's irresponsible, frankly. That's how I feel.
But on them, I got Wi-Fi on our balcony, so fuck them.
Yeah.
And I got it for free.
Free Wi-Fi, so...
From where?
The resort, because it had Wi-Fi.
Ostensibly, the lobby had free Wi-Fi. Like, you didn't have to pay for it, but it was so spotty. Even when you were in the lobby...
So you had to be in the lobby to have Wi-Fi.
Right.
Yeah, but
I got it
reached
on
out.
But I got it on our balcony from our room.
Because our hotel had a balcony, which I know I'm complaining about going to this tropical resort on a...
For free.
For free.
For literally
Well, for
free.
me, it was for free.
Yeah, for you.
And not having Wi-Fi. But, again, it's 2018. There should be Wi-Fi everywhere. Who wants to go next? Peeves.
So my peeve is people who decide they're going to be best friends overnight.
With no substance behind it.
With no substance behind it. I have a close friend of mine and another friend that I'd never heard this person talk about anything, this or that, whatever. And then all of a sudden, it's like they're popping up on Facebook, blah, blah, blah. Like
Tagging
literally,
each other.
literally over freaking night. Overnight. And then because I'm who I am and everybody loves me, so now I'm roped into this too, and I'm like, what is going on? And the person made a comment. They're like, "Oh, well, we met back in November, and we've been best friends ever since." And it's like I've never heard or nothing about this person.
I will second this.
And it's not. It doesn't bother me because like whatever, have your friends, but it's like don't not talk about this person and then show up and include me in this mumbo jumbo. And I just met this person 2 hours ago.
Yeah, keep me out of this.
I mean, I don't mind, but it's just like, what are you doing
Odd.
here? Which one of you is the fake bitch?
Yeah.
I guess is what I'm saying.
Both.
Well,
I say both.
probably for sure, but it was just weird. Like I love the one person does because we're very close, and I'm sure that I will love the other person. But
Over
they're just-
time.
oh, maybe.
Maybe.
They're both very catty, and I don't like that because I'm gonna get roped into that too. So
No, you won't if I have any say in it.
get your fucking foot out my face, bitch.
It was very impressive how you pointed with your entire foot. That was cool.
But
Yeah, because he
I'm a
can.
dancer.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's my peeve because I'm annoyed by the whole situation.
Great. That's frustrating.
Totally.
So yeah, I mean I don't care because I take first place in everybody's life, but at the same time, like
Get it together.
But you don't get like jealous. No.
if you don't
Even if it was like your best friend, what if they called somebody else their best friend? How would that make you feel?
well,
That's a good question.
my best friend has another best friend, and my other best friend has another best friend, and my other best friend has another best friend.
So, so you have lots of best friends.
I don't have another best friend.
Yes, you do.
Ooh.
I don't know.
Me.
Called
All of us together.
We are all our best friends.
But yeah, like
I feel like a song was about to start there.
Oh yeah,
Nobody
you're
picked it
her
up.
best friend.
Yeah, we're BFFs. What are you talking
we are
about?
BFFs.
All she's talking about is about me.
I do.
Yeah, like, I mean...
Yeah.
When moved away at first and had, and she like made some new friends in California, and I was like, oh, you're getting new friends, your best friends. I used to get real petty about it. I'm not so much like that anymore, but like, that was because...
Yeah, right.
I'm not, but that was because we were like besties all growing up, and like, then I got a little bit jealous. I did, but
I got kind of annoyed
I don't
in
know. I know.
high school
I'm so
when
sorry.
I had my best friend who I was best friends with like all through middle school, and then like for like the early part of high school. But then like something just like changed. I don't know if it was me or if it was her, but whenever I would hang out with her and our group of friends, I just felt like not part of it.
Oh,
So I don't know if it was just me like kind of maybe maturing or something and like not
Maybe.
wanting to
I
be.
feel like you've said this before. You were like hanging out with older
Yes.
people, so like you just
Yeah.
thought,
Yeah.
And then like I started hanging out with other people, and then we just kind of
yeah.
went our separate.
I think it's supposed to happen like that. I had a best friend in college, same situation, but like, or in high school. But we always used to say, well, we actually really hate each other, even though we're best friends. But I really hated that bitch.
I understand those frenemies; they're real, especially in high school.
But it wasn't like that though. Like, we were really close. We were too different. She was very like, I don't want to say goody two shoes because like she had her moments, but like she didn't want to party, she didn't want to do this, she didn't want to do that, and like she would get upset like because I'd color my hair and get piercings and stuff because her mom wouldn't like it. But her mom actually really liked me, so it was a weird thing. And
She was just trying to push her beliefs on you,
or something.
almost.
But she knew that she couldn't do that. It was such a strange situation.
I get that, yeah.
Sometimes I feel like, well, maybe we should have stayed like friends or whatever. But I just quit talking to her because like I just didn't want to deal with the shit anymore.
Yeah. Sometimes that's what you got to do.
I don't have any. I don't think I've ever had any frenemies. Because
Yeah.
I don't call if I don't like that person, we're not friends.
I've definitely
We're
had
not enemies. We're just like fine. Like we're just acquaintances.
You're just like people
friendly acquaintances. I
who
guess.
have to
Like,
pass.
people.
I'm not very
Yeah,
friendly, even with my.
I've definitely had people in like a friend group that I don't care for.
That you, like,
but
have to tolerate?
Have to tolerate
Yeah.
because they're friends with my friends.
Ooh,
I
yeah.
had one of those in high school. That's true.
I literally just had a girl that I was just always competing with, and eventually, not even eventually, we just literally had to be cordial because we couldn't just like beat the fuck out of each other all the time.
And
But-
because you had to be around each other.
yeah, we had to be like all the goddamn time.
That's the difference. Like, if you're forced to be around people that you don't like, then you just have to put on this attitude of, like, we're not friends, we don't have to pretend to get along, but we at least are gonna not get in each other's way or whatever.
Do I know who that is?
Yes,
Oh.
you do.
Well, I understand where you're coming from. So
So slam, okay.
Yeah, if you're listening, you know who you are.
You. For the third time.
Because he knows that I'm upset
Well, he
at
can
his
go
stupid
away.
asshole comment.
Good.
Stupid asshole.
Good.
Dick butt.
Man, fuck, dick butt.
Fuck dick butt.
So that was my
Getting
peeve.
longer and longer every time we hear it. What?
That was my peeve.
Mhm.
What's your peeve?
Okay, so mine's kind of sort of specific, but also kind of
Nah.
could not be because it could be applied to any situation.
Wow, I think you just said
Every
everything.
word in the dictionary.
Okay.
Can we hear that again, verbatim, word for word?
Specific, very vague.
okay.
Okay.
Maybe you should just
So-
get into it.
It's not even juicy or anything. But,
I think it's yours.
Mine's
Carmen
stupid,
San
so-
Diego.
damn
These
it.
are so
Chocolate
cute.
Thunder.
Sorry, they're cute.
Okay.
Can we take it from, so that was my favorite.
So
No,
that
because
was
then I have to say.
No, just go.
Okay, let me just go. Don't say anything. Okay, so, my peeve is pretty much people who are talkers, which that's not a bad thing,
What the hell do you know? Just
but in certain situations it's a bad thing.
I
Oh.
might be right with you on this. I'm going to wait to see where you
Okay,
go. Maybe I
so-
shouldn't have interrupted.
Specifically speaking, at work, so I assist for 2 different people on different days of the week. The one I assist for on Fridays, she is a huge talker, and I try to be super fast when I'm doing things, when I'm working with her.
Yeah.
But sometimes we'll be behind, and she'll blame it on me. But then, like, she won't, like, outright blame it on me, but she'll, like, kind of hint, like, oh, you should have been faster.
Mm-hmm.
But really, she's the one that's, like, sitting there,
Talking.
like, pausing, like, while blow-drying every, like, 2 minutes to, like, talk to this person. And I'm like, fucking, why should it take you 40 minutes to blow-dry somebody's hair? It should not.
Mm-hmm.
So then it puts us behind, and then I have to be there past when we're supposed to leave. And I'm like, what if I fucking have plans?
Yeah.
We have a hygienist who I don't even know. Like, it's hard, but people hate it all the time when you're like talking to people and you have your hands in their mouth and like they hate it. I hear it all the time. But so this girl, she talks all the time, so she takes her hands out of the mouth so they can carry on the conversation. I'm like, you're not cleaning people's teeth if your hands are outside the mouth.
Yes.
Get to
Same-
work.
same-
And
literally
she
same
is
thing.
always the last one to leave every single day. And
Yes.
she's like, I don't know what happened. My patient wouldn't stop talking.
Oh my god.
You wouldn't stop talking.
Seriously.
Kill them.
So I'll say that every one of you here is great, and you all do great jobs at Peeves, but I have never agreed with a peeve harder than this one, because I was going to bring this up, is that I have this woman who works at my work, we'll call her Max, who...
That'll be the name of the episode. We'll call her Max.
Every time we need a name, we'll just call
Yeah.
her the gender. Neutral.
And so I work in IT, which means that I fix people's computers, and we have everybody at our company uses computers. Some people use multiple computers, and when things go wrong, we're who needs to fix them, and things go wrong all the time. And none of them are computer people, so they come to us. And there's this woman who will talk about her problem and be like, "This is what's going on. Okay, we'll look into that and we'll try to fix it." And then she'll be like, "Yeah, because I was trying to do this," and tell a personal story about the problem, and I'm like, I'm already forgetting what the problem is. I have to go back to my desk to write it down so that I can remember to look at it.
But she just kept talking?
Yes, and I'll do the thing where I start to, like, creep away, like, walk backwards. I'm like, I gotta go.
And she follows you.
Yeah, she follows you, and she's just like, so yeah, and then that's why I was talking with my husband, and he was saying blah, 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 and I'm like, I don't care. Just let me leave. I don't want to be in this situation anymore, so...
And a lot of the times, people, if, like, you're quiet, people will think you're a good listener, but really...
But really,
it's
she's
Yes.
like, shut the fuck up.
You start doing the thing where you give really short, one-word
Yeah.
answers, like, yep.
Who I have that with
And then
with
because you're giving those short
specific
answers, they think you're a good
They think
listener.
you're listening, yeah. It's very, what do? You don't want to be rude, but you also do want to be rude, but you don't want to be rude.
I just walk out of the room.
Bye.
I literally am just like, I'll
I'm
be right
no
back.
longer interested.
Yeah. I'll be right back. I have to drop off this note. And then you just
And
walk
then I
away
never
and never come back.
Check your watch and be like, this conversation bores me. And just leave. Just ghost.
You know, that Irish goodbye that I'm so famous
Yeah.
for.
Literally, seriously,
I
every
know.
time.
Not every time. I've been getting way better. I at least say goodbye now.
Better or,
People do that. I'm just like,
I would argue,
I always tell you when I'm leaving. Always.
'Cause I mean,
Only her.
Usually
then we're
because I
just
take
like-
her with me. I'm like,
Yeah.
we're going.
Like an hour later, we're like, where the fuck did Jody go?
yeah, but like,
It's okay. They've said my name before.
I would argue,
Oh shit, sorry.
You're fine. You're fine.
I would
I
argue
didn't
that
realize
you are
broke
getting
the
better
number
at
one
that,
rule.
but you're getting worse at the Irish goodbye.
What's that mean?
That means leaving without
Without
saying
saying
goodbye.
Yeah, you just bounce without
that
saying
makes me
anything.
annoyed. If I hate you, then go. But if I
But if I love
tell
you,
me
stay.
goodbye. Otherwise, I'll be.
Sometimes you have to, though, because there are people that'll just be like, no, you're staying. You're staying.
No, no.
Mr. Mayor will not let me leave if I say goodbye.
Mr. Mayor,
Is
future
why I don't
guest
say-
on this podcast, Mr.
You
Mayor.
Whenever you
leave
say
it
that, I
so
always
early.
just think in my head, Mr. Mayor, Mr. Mayor, please, Mr. Mayor. Like, I'm always like, oh, God.
All right, well, good peeve. I second it wholeheartedly. Who else has a peeve for us? Woods, comma, M.
I have one, but I don't know. I'm too nervous that anybody will say differently, and I feel too strongly about it. So
I already disagree, so.
Yeah,
I'm
it's
just
like,
kidding.
That's okay, no, because.
Well, I'll be
no,
open.
No. Do you want me to go first?
Yeah.
Let me go first. Okay,
Yeah.
my thing is, if I'm gonna change it because it might go help you say yours.
Okay.
If you really like something, it doesn't matter what you like or like something. If you have a belief about something, and someone else just won't let you just believe that or like your thing.
Yeah.
Like, let me like this thing. Let me
Or
go
let
over
me
here.
not like this thing.
Or let me not like the thing that you like.
Yeah.
Let me live my life because that's what you are saying that like, you know, like people who are like, it's my way. This is the only way in the entire world that could ever be possible. Whatever. It could be like a political belief. It could just be like, I love this TV show. And they're like, that's a stupid show. It's like, well, but I like it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But
Just
I
let people
like it.
like their TV show.
Don't look at me. I do that all the time.
Yeah, I'll agree
Like,
with
why
that.
take the joy out of something for someone else if they're getting joy out of it and if it's really not directly
Or
bothering
if it's
you?
just a straight up belief.
Well, like,
Yeah. Same.
well, I know that Carmen Sandiego is you're religious. And you go to church and stuff. I don't consider myself very religious, but at the same time, we can still talk to each other. We're
And
still
coexist,
friends, and we
yeah.
can joke around and stuff.
Yeah.
I'm not going to judge you for being religious.
Just
and,
like she doesn't.
Yeah, you don't judge
Yeah.
me for not being religious.
Right.
So
Right, yeah.
I tried to do that. I wouldn't say imperfect. Could definitely say a little growth. Preach.
preach.
Open your minds. It's
The rest will
okay.
follow.
Yeah, yeah.
Except
That's
Nazis,
fine.
they're not okay.
No, I mean, there's obviously like exceptions to the rule.
There's
always.
exception to every rule.
But yeah.
What are you looking for?
My
This?
wine glass. I put it somewhere. It's right here.
You dropped
Okay.
Okay.
Stop.
I mean, obviously, we all are passionate about certain things when it comes to, like, for example, like politics and stuff. We're all pretty passionate about things.
Like Riverdale.
Yes.
Yes.
Like Riverdale.
My political affiliation is the CW. Thank you.
Somewhere
Okay,
in
I'll
that
say
mix.
my peeve.
Okay. Dun, 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 dun.
Okay. First I want to say, this lady, I love her. She's like my second mom, okay? But of course anybody can say stuff that you're like, no, I don't agree with that. So, but I really look up to this woman a lot. A lot I look up to her. But we got into a conversation the other day, and I totally disagreed. And it made me like kind of angry. And okay, she had brought up that because we were talking about like guys and stuff, and she was like, "Well, I know someone who would be great for you," and she brought up her daughter's ex-boyfriend, and I said, "Hell no, I would never do that to her. Never. Why did you say that?" And she was like, "It's just not." She's like, "It's not really a big deal, you know." I'm like, "It's a big deal to her."
Yeah.
And for one thing, I just wouldn't do that because this girl is like seriously like my sister, and that just would be gross to me, you know.
That would be really
and
weird.
Yeah, because we grew up our entire lives together. It would just be so weird. I would never do that, or even consider that. And she's like, you know, I mean, it's not a big deal, you know, because this girl's best friend, or not best friend, but one of her really good friends did that to her, and she said she'd never speak to her again. And I said, well, I sort of get that. Like, I do get that, actually. If you have a close friend, I'm not talking about, like, an acquaintance whom you know, a close friend, and they decided to go out with somebody who you were in a relationship with for a while, and they know how your feelings were, I don't agree with that. I'm not talking about acquaintances, people you know. I'm talking about your really good friends.
Hell, I don't even like it when acquaintances do it. I had this one girl in my
don't like
math
it
class
either.
this one time,
But-
and I told her I liked this boy, and she's like, I will talk to him for you. Next day, they're dating.
Yeah, see, I
That's
don't...
sneaky.
But if you guys aren't close, like that, you can't control that. It's not, I mean, you can't control it anyway. But it's not as bad as if it was like when you're really good friends. Like, I was just like, kind of boiling inside.
Has
Just thinking,
anyone here
how
ever
could
seen
that-
The Family Stone?
Yes.
No.
The what? The Family
It wasn't
Stone.
very
It's a
popular.
movie.
Have you seen it though?
Yeah.
So you know what happens at the end?
Yes.
Like pretty much everyone ends up with their partners, or their
Yeah.
like siblings' ex.
Oh.
And I always thought that was really fucking weird. So I agree
Yeah.
with you.
That is weird. Why would they?
I don't know. It just I would
But you probably knew how that girl would feel. Your almost sister,
like.
right?
Yeah, but you.
And her mother probably
Should.
doesn't know.
No,
But
because she's
should.
been married for like a million years. Okay, that makes she's not that old. Okay,
But has been married for her.
she's been married for a long time, and I think that she just doesn't
Understand
this or never been in this situation.
So that's just kind of on her for not knowing. Good for you for knowing how your friend would feel. And good for you for
Oh my
knowing
God.
that you would never do that.
Oh my god, no, okay, this guy's a catch too, but hell no. Hell
Good
no.
for you.
There's a girl code. You just don't do it.
There is, it's a rule that we
That's
all
like
know.
human code.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Agree. I agree.
Yeah. Yeah. Anyway, that was my thing. I was really just not. I don't know. I was just thinking, like, how can you even like agree with that? You know what I mean? Especially when it's your daughter. You know how heartbroken she'd be. But
A lot of mothers do not know, like, their daughters and how they process things and that type of thing.
yeah, I mean, it's not like you. I don't expect like an ex-boyfriend to never be with anyone. It's not that.
I do.
Obviously.
Yeah.
But
We know how you feel.
I mean, and it's like I want them to be happy, except
I don't.
except the
We
one,
really are gonna have to kill him.
except the one, because I just
You think you're
can't
gonna die?
imagine him with
Watch
anyone
out.
else. That's a different story, but that's just I don't know. Just don't be my friend. I mean, come on. Like don't get with my friend.
Right,
Just
right.
don't pick my friend. Yeah, that's the only
I mean,
thing.
that is a peeve that I'm
Right,
sure
right.
a lot of people out there
Yeah.
can
Yeah.
understand.
I hope that sounded okay and not. Yeah.
No, that's a
Or
situation that, like,
have you ever had like two crushes and
and they start dating? No, I've never had that.
I've never had that either.
I
But
guess
that's
it's not
really
for me,
funny.
I
That
would.
would
If they were in a
How does that make you feel?
What if-
That would be awful.
Did that happen to
shitty.
you?
No, but I've like imagined it, and I'm like, that would be so
I
shitty.
feel like it would make things a lot more simple though, because then you're just like, well, I can write that whole thing off.
mean,
I guess, but oh man,
like
Yeah,
their
but then you
threesome
have to see your
partner.
Yeah, you,
together,
or yeah, you could always just be like, well, two birds, one stone.
That's right.
All right. Well, have you given your peeve yet?
Nope,
No. Well,
I
why don't we
haven't.
shift on over to the clever girl?
Yep. So most of us today or yesterday auditioned for a show, like
yeah.
the same show, which is really exciting.
Yeah.
And
if we all get in, we'll all be like one big theater family again.
And if not, then the next podcast will be.
we will
Very sad. Yeah.
raise hell. I will at least. And then okay,
I'm
so
sure we'll have peeves.
Our peeve for
Going-
that show
they'll all
will
be the same.
spoilers.
the thing my peeve is about is, and I want everyone's opinion on this, phoning in your audition.
Literally.
Do you think it's
literally
right?
Phoning on the
I
Yeah,
don't.
not just like
Not
phoning it in,
like,
like
phoning it in.
they're phoning
Yeah,
it.
no, literally like recording it because you can't be there. If you can't be there, you should not.
Can't audition.
You can't. You can't audition.
I don't know. I almost did it for Legally Blonde, so I can't say anything.
It's like-
I almost did it, but then I was like, no, I have so much to do. I have to find an apartment. I have to do all this.
Right,
stuff.
and you knew that.
So I had too much that me to do. Like I had to do all this sort of stuff. So I was like, no, I'm just not gonna have time. But I wanted to audition for it, and I considered.
That should be an
Videoing.
option that everyone could do that. Like there should
Yeah.
be no like
And with
What-
the technology today, you can manipulate your voice to sound awesome.
Mm-hmm.
Am
well,
I right? Am
probably
I
not
right?
on
Am I
Skype
right?
or anything like that.
I'm just
apparently people
saying.
send voice notes of themselves. And like
Yes, they had some people like phone in and like do their
Like
audition.
okay. See, when you said that, I thought that you were implying like somebody who was giving their input on your audition that wasn't.
oh
no.
no! But that could be a peeve too.
Yeah. No, like
Not
recording
that
the
has never
audition
happened
and
to me.
sending it
Yeah,
to the people.
I do
the
not think
auditionee.
that is right.
Well, I mean, sometimes you don't have any choice. Like, I had to send in a video audition to do a cabaret 2 years ago. So, because I live so far away, and, like, that's, it's a valid thing, because if you're here and you audition for something that's in New York, like, you're going to send in a video, or you're going to send them a CD or something.
But then the issue comes, like, well, there's rehearsals and the show. What are you going to do for that?
Because that's just to get there. Like, if you're gonna send something in, then you're obviously gonna do that. You just can't be there.
I feel like that doesn't show that's different for New York, because that's like real time. This is community theater, and I don't think it should be allowed.
Right. I would like my input here, which is
My input.
This is a two-pronged issue, I feel like. There's the people who are auditioning, which I feel like as a person who's auditioning, you do whatever you have to. You phone step in.
Yeah. No. Sorry. I thought you were like, do whatever you had, quit your job, go to the audition, whatever you got to do.
No, I just mean whatever the directors and whatever the people who are auditioning allow, you go for it. If they say, yeah, we'll audition you separately, then you do it. If they say you can phone it in.
I hate that too.
Well, I'm just saying, you do whatever you have to. Now, in terms of the people doing the audition, like, watching the auditioners and choosing who gets in, they have an obligation to be like, this is how our auditions are going to go, and if you can't make it to auditions, you can't be in the show. And I think on them, that's what they should say. I don't think they should accept phone
Well, I feel
like that.
I feel like if they were going to take in phone-in auditions, like, well, hell, why wouldn't everybody do that?
Yeah.
How easy would that be? Right.
Everyone would sing great because
you rehearsed it a couple of times, and you record your best one and send that one in.
Yeah.
Is all I'm saying.
But yeah, that's another part of it. You could do like multiple takes.
Yeah.
It's more authentic when you're
there. You have, and that's
because if you fuck up, then
you fuck up.
You fuck up.
And they're not closed auditions, so you're singing in front of people, so it shows them that you can sing in front of people.
Yeah, that's my peeve. I hate open auditions.
Me too.
Oh, yeah.
Me too.
Yeah.
I mean, they're not professional. Like,
I can sing in front of the people who are going to put me in the show, no problem. It's when I have to sing in front of everyone else who's like, oh, this bitch wants this part, and oh, she wasn't very good. Oh, and I'm one of those people, too, who sits in the audience and like, that person wasn't very good.
See, it's crazy to me.
A judging
Because
Judy.
you're... Yes, a judging Judy.
I don't know. I don't necessarily have a big thing
Clever
against
girl.
it, just because it's been happening for like ever. When people can make the audition date, can I come in a different day?
that.
And they come in a different day, not in front of anyone, and do it. It just, I don't know. It doesn't seem a huge deal because it's been.
She got called into it.
No.
She wasn't even going to go.
offer only?
Right.
Yeah.
Invitation only.
Well, that's the thing though, like, here, and this is what's shitty about it, because I feel like no matter what, if I even go in there tomorrow and bomb my audition, they're still going to give it to me because nobody else can do it.
Yeah,
Right.
that's the benefit to...
But you have a reputation. A good one. And they know it.
I mean, yeah, that's fine. Whatever.
I mean, whatever. That's fine.
That's easy for you to say as
I'm a
someone who
star.
has a great
Well,
reputation.
it's so easy to have that reputation when you are the only one of color around.
True, yeah.
And even someone who is of color isn't gonna...
They're just not you.
They don't... I don't want to use the word pizzazz because that's stupid, but that's what came to mind.
Confidence?
No, I don't know.
Has it.
Has it, yeah.
Star power.
Luster dust.
Keep it coming, guys.
No, but like... I wanted to preface this that I'm not talking about you, because I completely agree with what they're doing with you, but I just hate it. I just hate when other people are like, I can't make it. Make it. Make it. Do what you gotta do to get there.
You know what it is? It's like, hey, I can't make it. Accommodate me.
Yeah, accommodate me.
Go out of your way, people running this show, so that I can audition for your
What
show.
director would ever want that? A director needs to be like, boom, boom, everyone's gonna do exactly what I say. If you're gonna take people who are like, oh, they did this for me, well, why wouldn't they do this for me? Say you got in the show and they're like, well, you did this, well...
I feel like that at work, too. I think anybody in charge should
be in charge.
Or not be in charge. Like, that's all there is to it. You either make exceptions for everybody or you don't make exceptions at all.
Mm-hmm. Exactly.
I agree.
Agreed.
Because you feel like the directors are so close with some people that if they say, "Hey, I can't make it to this one rehearsal, is that okay?" and they're like, "Yeah, that's fine." But if another person who they're not friends with say that, then they'd be like, "You need to try harder to be involved in this show," and it's like, treat everyone equally.
No. I mean, I feel like it's just
I don't know
in
about that.
community theater. It's not as big of a deal. Like, obviously, you wouldn't be able to do that if you're auditioning for something else. Like a. I don't know.
I don't know.
A movie
I
or
think Brad
something
Pitt gets
else.
to kind of call his own shots.
Well,
But Brad Pitt's kind of like Chocolate Thunder, and they just got it. I shouldn't say
was
Brad Pitt. I don't even
compared to
like
Brad Pitt.
I don't like Brad
Oh.
Pitt, but
He fine.
he was.
I'm trying to
fine.
take a fucking selfie with this damn necklace, and it's not working out.
You're trying really hard.
I am.
See, this is it. How many pictures have you taken, and which one you gonna use?
Yeah. What if you had to just walk up and be like, "Here's my selfie." That's the only chance you get.
Yep, that's
and that's
it.
audition.
And you might have
Well,
bombed it.
I haven't taken any.
I'm
so
just saying.
We're not.
I'm just
I
saying.
know, but like if I don't take any and I just wait and wait and wait, then I'll just do one good one and then it's fine.
hey, they took my picture
What are
today,
you saying?
and I was
They take your
not
picture
ready because I was
Yes.
wearing no makeup with my glasses, and I'm just like,
You guys had like
They didn't let me
24
send
hours.
it either.
They didn't let you send it in.
I just figured they'd
Or
remember
no, they
my
didn't
face.
let me see
and
it.
knows
Oh,
everything.
see it. I thought you like send it in.
Those
Like,
pictures can be
I could have sent
photoshopped.
my selfie.
Oh, those pictures. Well, I mean, headshots are always photoshopped.
Yeah.
Someone called us out on having our same photo.
Oh, really?
Because we did. We took a picture of both of us, put it in black and white, and then just like cut it in half.
Are you serious?
Yeah. And the person I handed it to, she was like, "Is this the other half of Alex's picture?"
That's
That's
really funny.
Yeah.
I love that.
I was like, "Yes, yes, it is."
All right, well, good peeves, everyone. I feel like we got a lot of our.
I thought we
peeves.
could all have input on that.
Yeah.
I agree. So, the other half of our show is Qs, which stands for
Queers.
Questions.
close. Queens. Yes, we're moving to
Q-tips.
New York, everybody.
I don't
Yes,
think
questions.
that's safe.
No, it isn't. So, who wants to go first?
You,
for the
you.
Oh, I'll go first then. So, I recently bought a car.
Oh, you did?
Yes, I did.
He told us, so we already knew, but that was a good reaction.
I didn't know that this was your first time hearing it. I was
You did?
shocked by that reaction.
Where'd you get your car?
What? Where?
Yeah.
From an old man.
Yeah, this private
What
old
kind?
man. It's a Ford Focus.
Those are good on gas.
Yeah, that's what I've heard. And it's really nice. It drives great. It looks great on the inside and the outside. It's filthy though. I have to get it cleaned. I'm going to clean it. I'm gonna put out a podcast, maybe this podcast, and what?
Nobody cares.
Just
You're
clean
not
it.
going.
Anyway, so it inspired this question, which is the following. Let me paint you a scene. Let me paint you a word picture. You yourselves are at the grocery store and you're shopping and you've bought stuff.
I know.
Thank you. They're miming it out. Do the shopping count.
Go. Well, the story needs to go faster. Come
You
on.
purchase your items. The total comes. No, I won't. And so you walk out and you have all of your groceries with you. You're the only one there. For some reason, you want shopping alone. Go with it. And this man, this really nice-looking gentleman in a suit, walks up to you and says, "Hello, I'm interested in buying your vehicle here today, this minute, this second. I'm incredibly rich. How much will you give? How much can I give you for your vehicle?"
I would
I'd
assume
be
this person's trying to
like-
kidnap
Yeah,
me.
this is a con.
And
I'd be
they'll
like, "Are you
say,
sure it's my vehicle you want?"
Yeah,
Yeah,
not yours.
like-
Not yours, Mr. Gay. Whew.
and he says, "I don't know what you mean. I just would like to purchase this car and/or truck and/or van and/or whatever you have.
Okay, so what's the question?
How much would you sell him?"
Like my car?
Yeah, he's offering you to name a price. He will buy it.
$5 million.
$5 million.
Because, damn,
And what if he says? What if he says that's a little much for this car? Don't you?
buy
think? Buy.
$1 million.
You're not gonna.
Like,
Okay. Now we're opening a dialogue. $1 million. Okay. See, what if he just hands it to you?
$1 million?
Yeah.
You know, cash.
Yeah, cash.
Oh, I'd be holding that up to the light.
I would be like, listen, no, I need a cashier's check, please.
I feel like you're
Yeah,
reading into the question way too fucking much.
Like, how much do you put, what the value of your car is?
Is that what you're truly asking?
No, I'm asking how much would you say in this situation?
$1 million? I would start with like $25,000 billion.
$25,000
And then work it down from there.
Yeah.
He's like,
Yeah.
oh man, that's not a real price. I would like a real price, please.
$5 billion.
$5 billion.
$5 billion. Done. He
That's
hands you it.
hilarious. The first thing that
Right.
came to my mind was like, oh, I'd ask like $10,000.
Yeah, exactly.
That's like 10 times as much as my car's worth.
Chocolate
According
Thunder,
to
how much
Kelly
would you
Blue
say?
Thing.
What would you
Thank
say
you.
to this man?
I mean,
This is a dumb question.
This is a great question.
Once again, I would.
I would start really fucking high because
Yeah,
I
but
could
that's-
fucking call somebody to pick my ass up and go buy me a whole new car.
Exactly.
Oh yeah.
So
A whole
like
new life.
$1 quadrillion, $1,001.97.
$1 trillion and $1.
Yeah.
He
And
says, how do you
97
spell that?
cents.
And 97 cents, excuse me. Great.
In 2
Mischief.
I would just let him have me because if he has all of that money, then he should.
You don't know he has all that.
Daddy's
money.
home.
What do you get for the man who has everything? Me.
Pussy.
Exactly. Yeah.
First of all, why does he want my car?
You don't know.
Well, I
You can
need
ask
to
him.
know.
Would you like to ask
you
him?
get your
We're playing
stuff
Dungeons
out?
and Dragons all of a sudden
No.
here.
Why you want my car?
He says it holds a special sentiment to me. I actually owned this car when I
Oh, you
was
should say,
younger.
oh, my mother or my father.
He could
owned
say
this
anything,
car
and I'd be
when
like,
I mean,
Yes.
shit, if they were going to hand me this money, this money.
I would need a cashier's
like,
check.
Would he let me get my things out?
Ooh,
Yes,
What do
but
you
he says
got
you
in
have
your
5
car?
minutes, so you can't like
This is a
scour
very-
it.
I
So
don't
you
have
can,
Dude,
like,
I have
pull
some.
it.
nothing
I can't
though.
sell my card then. He can't have it. I got.
Oh, see?
I got a
This
whole
is the
separate
chaos.
life in
There's
there.
nothing in my car.
I got a whole fucking separate life
you
in my
just start
damn
throwing
car.
shit out.
You could say $10 billion.
That's
I would
You
say-
can buy all new stuff.
You can buy a new
No.
life.
No.
You can buy happiness with $10 billion. You hear that, kids?
I mean, if I was given, like, if he told, like, I don't know, none of my stuff is worth that much. I just, like, it's my stuff. But, I don't know, I guess I could go buy everything again if it was that much.
It wouldn't take me longer than 5 minutes to clean out my car.
Yeah.
No, it would
Yeah.
not take me that long.
So, like, what if we sell this car to this man, and he's got all our plates and stuff, and he does something really bad?
That's
You
something
can
that,
transfer the plate.
Yeah.
that's
But
something you
if-
have to consider. You have to think about this. This is what
This
goes
is
into the price.
I'm kiboshing this question. It's stupid.
All right, let me tell you why I decided to ask this, because I thought about this. I was thinking, like, I would be looking for. I was looking in this. Let me start over. I was in the hunt for a car, and I was seeing nice ones around, and I was like, if I were rich, I could just buy any car I wanted. Like, I could just go to these people and just be like, how much would you give me? How much could I give you for this car?
But why?
But why? Exactly. That's part of the fun of it.
Okay. You
and
would
so
just
I,
go to the car lot. I could buy any of these.
I know, but it's more
you
fun
could
to
literally go to the place that makes cars and go, make me this car.
Do you remember
I
every?
get it. I understand.
Do you remember every movie that starts with, why didn't they just do the simple thing and then the credits roll in the
Yeah.
first couple of minutes? Because you have to have a movie. It's fun.
Yeah, yeah.
So, like,
We're not having fun though.
I asked my father this question, and he said $5,000, and I was like, this man's clearly rich.
Well,
he's
yeah.
wearing a suit, and he's like, I mean, that's more than what the car's worth, so I could say $5,000 and
And
then
that's
go buy
why
a nicer
your father
car.
is in the situation in life that he has.
That's-
So
That's all
this is
I'm
really
gonna
a
say.
question as to how morally correct you are.
It's, yeah, there's a lot
No,
of
it's
things.
how smart you are.
Well,
Yeah,
There's
'cause-
nothing
That's
like,
part of
wrong
it,
with asking
clever
for
girl.
more
That's
money.
part of morally
If he has it,
corruptness is
and he's willing to
being
pay it.
smart enough
Yeah.
and evil enough to just be like, I'm taking all of this money now, and
I
you
mean,
can't have
it's
it.
his decision to spend or not.
That's smart,
so.
but evil.
Yeah, that he can not give it to me.
That's true. But the thing is, it's interesting to hear, because you think it's obvious that you would ask for a higher amount, but my father and even Woods, L were immediately just like, oh, like,
$10,000.
Yeah.
maybe 5 digits or so. That's interesting. to
But
me.
true.
$12.
But true. After a second of thinking about it,
Uh-huh.
I would at least want enough to buy like a newer car,
Yeah, right.
a better car.
Definitely.
But I would definitely after
Well,
thinking
man,
about it for a
fuck dick,
second.
but you know how much.
Oh, man, fuck Dick Butt.
you know how
Oh, yeah,
much
this is a new
cars
thing they've
are.
decided to start saying, so get used to it. We're going to make t-shirts, it'll be a whole thing.
I think that was a good question.
Thank you,
prefaced it strangely.
Chocolate Thunder. I appreciate you.
I am not morally correct, so I would take that man for all he is worth to
I
have
would
my
as well.
car.
Would you take the man?
Yes.
If he'll have you.
If he hasn't, no, he will have me.
Okay. It's like,
I don't know what you thought this was, but
you'll have the car. You'll have
And he will also take me.
Yeah.
you will get both of us for the evening.
And I'm
I'm
still
taking
taking
the
the
car
$1 billion.
And I'm taking the keys to my car when we done.
Yeah.
Because I gotta get my shit out of there.
Mine now.
All right. Well, I just like to see the many different components.
I get
of
it
this.
now
Yeah,
why
okay.
you were asking. It was I just don't like theoretical questions.
All right. Well, sorry. So who has another?
We'll go this way for questions.
Okay.
Mine. And I asked them this at dinner so they could think about it.
Oh yeah.
So
Yeah.
this will be, hopefully, Chocolate Thunder knows this TV show. I'm sure she does.
I want to answer this question first after you.
It's like a 2-part question, so everyone pay attention.
Everyone, pay attention.
Paying attention.
Okay. Question number 2.
All right.
What?
Question number 2.
Whoa,
We're
we all
gonna-
lost time.
Listen, it makes more sense if I say 2 than 1. Question number 2. What Golden Girl do you think you are? Question number 1. What Golden Girl do we all think you are?
Did you think that I wouldn't know the Golden Girls?
I didn't want to assume.
Are you racial profiling?
Bitch, I racial profile. I guess I racial profile. Carmen San Diego, too, because I didn't know.
She's like,
I'm Blanche.
No, we're not. No, we're gonna do it my way. We all gonna say what you are. You're Blanche.
oh, yes, we say
We're all gonna go around and we're all gonna say what we think each other is, and then you're gonna go around and say what you are.
Okay, I've watched the Golden Girls, but I'm not super into it, so I don't really know all the characters.
Yes, I have questions. Which one is Dolores?
Dolores.
Dorothy.
Dorothy.
My grandmother is Dolores.
Okay. Which one is
Yeah.
Which one is Dorothy?
Okay, let's go through this.
She's the
Okay,
tall one?
she's the tall one.
She's the tall
That's
one.
B. Arthur.
B. Arthur. I know her.
She's like the bookworm. She never has sex. She's always dogged on by the other two and all that stuff. Then there's Rose.
Nobody say that's me. Go
Rose
on.
is Betty White.
Rose is Betty White, who's the one from. I know
Minnesota, or was
this.
it
Yeah,
from
it's from
Everyone knows
St.
Betty.
Olaf, and she's dumb but sweet and kind and all that stuff.
Is she the fan favorite because she's Betty?
Yeah,
White?
well, people like Sophia too. Sophia is Dorothy's mother,
She's-
the little gremlin, the fuzzy gnome. She's the little Sicilian one that's like, picture it, 19,
She has the
20.
huge glasses.
Yes.
Yes.
And then,
very sassy.
and then there's Chocolate Thunder. No, and then there's Blanche, the
Spoilers.
sex craze, own vanity, only cares about her looks, fun,
As I'm taking
fun,
this
yeah, fun in the sun.
Which one is
The
this? Your
short
47th
hair,
of the night?
I haven't taken any.
You're trying.
I'm trying.
Sometimes you just can't get a good angle to
Okay.
push the.
Since it's easy, we'll start with Chocolate Thunder. I think Chocolate Thunder would definitely be Blanche.
Blanche.
I think I'm a cross between. Oh, sorry, I gotta wait.
Yeah, you gotta wait.
Spoilers.
Okay. We'll go with Gay Mischief. I think. What do you think?
Oh, for him?
I guess I would say Rose, because you're so sweet.
Rose and...
Or Sophia, because
Sophia.
she's so sassy.
The Sophia, the old one?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like a
Either
girl.
one of those. It's like a mix
I'm
between
the
the
fucking
sweet and
youngest one
sassy.
here.
I know. Actually, Estelle Getty was the youngest
Oh,
one
yes,
of the
she
cast.
was. Yes,
So,
she was.
okay. Any other input? What do you think Mischief Gay would be?
Was she...
Betty White's the only one that's still living.
Betty White was the oldest one on the TV show.
Probably.
She's the only one
See
around.
the pictures.
Probably Betty White.
Rose.
Rose.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
That's not really based on a whole lot.
Okay.
It is hard. It's hard.
It is hard because they have pros and cons
Yeah.
I
to
feel
each
like
character.
I know.
No. Oh, good. Go ahead.
Sorry, I feel like I know what everyone here is except myself.
Oh, okay.
Well, no one knows what you are either.
Okay.
So
Woods, comma L. What do we think Woods, comma L is?
I was gonna say she's Rose.
I would say. Well, we're gonna have multiple. There's 6 of us.
Yeah,
Right.
You can say something else.
I also
Or-
think she is Rose.
I think she's
I would say
Rose.
Rose.
Oh.
Oh, it's like, oh.
Okay, Carmen Sandiego.
Dorothy.
Dorothy, for sure.
Wait, are we not
the
saying
wise?
ourselves?
You can't say it yet. We'll go around again.
I think you have a little Sophia in you, too.
I think so too, because she's wise. She's always the voice of reason.
Yeah.
And Sophia's the oldest one, and Carmen Sandiego is the oldest one.
Oh, that's right.
And now it's back to Clever Girl.
I'm interested to see what you guys.
Sophia.
Let me see.
I think Sophia.
Yeah,
And
definitely. I'm looking at their
Dorothy, a
pictures
little
right now
bit.
so I can get a better idea.
Yeah, she looks
Yeah.
just like her.
I'm like the second tallest one here.
No,
Third,
because
yeah.
I can't remember their names.
She's like looking at appearances. Yeah, I definitely see it.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Same
Viewers, I do not look like a stug,
I
Eddie.
think
Stop
you're
it, you
And
guys.
some Rose.
Yeah.
Oh, that's interesting.
You think what?
She thinks Dorothy and Rose. I can see
I
that.
think Sophia.
I think
Mr.
an
Red?
argument for
I think
Dorothy.
so.
You're a Dorothy.
He's totally Dorothy.
Yeah. Yep.
Which one was Dorothy again?
You're a
Yeah,
Stan. No.
yeah.
Yeah.
How
The
was she
tall
descri-
one.
How was she described?
She's the bookworm who
Oh,
never
great.
has sex.
All
But
right.
doesn't she get pregnant on the
No, that.
What?
But she's
gets
so
married.
witty.
She's the one that gets
All
married.
past
Comebacks
their-
for days.
She's very sarcastic.
I feel like
She's quick.
Yeah, I feel like there's not really a main character on that show, but she's kind of the main character.
Yeah.
I would say
Or at
so.
least
I would
so.
say Dorothy's the main character.
The episodes that I've seen, she's had like the most focus, so I guess I'm okay.
Well,
with it.
because it's her and like her mother's there, so like whatever her
They have a
mother's
lot of-
doing, is about her
They have a lot of
too.
drama together.
Yeah.
Cool.
Interesting. Now we'll go around and have you say what you are gonna be.
So I think I'm definitely Blanche, but I do think I have Dorothy. What the fuck?
I'm shaking my head because there's no other arguments.
Yeah. No.
Well, I have a little Dorothy in me, like personality wise,
Like the quick.
the dry, quick sense of humor. But I also think that I'm a little bit of Sophia because I feel like Sophia's like, I don't want to say cynical, but
Kinda. She doesn't change with the times. Maybe.
Yeah.
Yeah.
She's just kind of like, she's also
This is the way it was, and why doesn't this work?
Yeah, and it should work for so many years. So yeah, that's what I think. I am Blanche Sophie.
You were the only one that had any Blanche. I mean, so yeah.
So what you're trying to say is I'm a hoe bag.
Listen,
That's her.
Blanche is as
that's
Blanche
her
does.
dominant character.
Yeah.
That's all she really.
Bitch,
No,
you know
I-
you're a hoe bag.
I wish I'd been recording that.
Okay, Michigan, you said you didn't know what you thought you were. Well, now that you've heard all of our input,
Okay, so I feel like each one of you have a prominent character. I hate you. Prominent character that you would be. But for me, I feel like there's not a prominent one.
you got a couple, and that's okay.
I feel like I see the Rose and I see the Sophia. I don't see anything else, so I guess those two would be the ones that
I think you are a cross between the two.
I think so too. Because there's just so many personalities that you can't just be like
Yeah.
one.
Yeah. Can't put them all in.
What's comment, L?
Yeah, I definitely would go with Rose. No question there, I think.
I love it. Rose is like my favorite character.
I think I'm a little bit of that you didn't say. I think I'm a little bit of Rose, but I'm not like she's really naive though.
Yeah, you're not
I'm
naive.
not naive, so
Yeah.
I would say
That's
I'm
why
not
I
naive
but she's
either.
like sweet. I love you.
Oh, she just called you out.
Oh my god!
But you're not like genuinely naive.
Yeah.
Sometimes you just say something and then you like,
And then you're like, nope.
no, that's not what.
Yeah.
Yeah. We know it.
Like, is the character of Rose
like,
though?
that's not right, is it?
Are there? Yeah, like aren't there? I don't remember now. Is she actually that naive, or is she like
Yes.
secretly smart?
She is that naive.
Okay, she actually is that naive.
I don't think I'm naive.
No, I don't think that you necessarily are. But sometimes
I wouldn't say that's the dominant trait
Definitely
that I
say-
give
No,
Like I
Rose.
do
Yeah.
say things when like Especially if I've had a couple
My arm is
drinks. But
We
I
know.
do say, yeah, I'm not very good with words,
Move
but I
so it
do
gets
not
the
think
crown.
I'm naive. Mm-mm.
No, but Rose is very like a sweet, genuine
Caring
character.
person.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's all I guess because I'm not that familiar with it. Like I've watched it, but I don't know all of their personalities super well and
She's
their
just
names.
because she was supposed to be from like a small town,
Yeah.
Midwest. Yeah.
Small
But
farm
yeah,
town.
just from what I know of it, I would think I would relate to her.
And the way she tells stories and like the way you tell stories, I'm like, yeah,
Okay.
for sure.
Carmen, did you go?
She said she was surprised that we didn't say Rose,
Oh, yeah.
and she thinks. Which one would you like? If you had to pick one, what would it be? Just out of curiosity,
I don't know. Oh, between which ones? Oh, between any of them?
any of them, I guess.
I just don't want
Blanche. No.
I don't know.
If I had to pick one, maybe Sophia because I think she's funnier.
Yeah,
than Paige.
I was definitely gonna say
Rose just
that
smiles, man, when she talks.
that I was Dorothy. Like I for sure thought that. So when you guys said Sophia, I was like, you think I'm cute? You think I'm funny? But I forgot that Dorothy is really funny, and she's always like, especially like to Rose, she's always like, because you're an idiot or whatever.
She just did that to him about his question, so that was a
Yeah.
no-brainer.
Yeah,
So there we go.
I totally thought
There we
Dorothy for sure.
Which one of them is the Leonardo of the group?
Who's
Dorothy.
Leonardo?
He's the smart Ninja Turtle.
He's the leader of the Ninja Turtles.
Dorothy.
All
Oh.
Team Raphael can get out of here. So, yeah, Dorothy. I like
Dorothy.
Sophia the most, but I don't know.
Because you both wear glasses, yeah.
Well, yeah, because we both wear glasses. That's it. But no, she's the funniest one, and I like to think that I'm funny.
I think you're funny.
Thank you. But Dolores, I'm a fan of it.
Dorothy.
Dorothy.
Yeah.
So, cool. I'll take it.
Okay, so this is going to be my question, and you guys need to elaborate on what do you think your personality is like? Describe
Good
it.
question. This is a perfect segue.
Mhm.
What's yours?
Do you want to go first, or
No, I don't.
Okay.
what it actually is, or what people perceive it?
I
No,
think
what
both.
it
Yeah.
what it
actually
actually
is.
is.
She's like, oh. I don't know.
I was just clarifying. I can go.
Sure.
Staring at her.
Well, I think people get my personality kind of wrong too because I'm more of like I'm an observer at first of a situation in any situation usually, and then I'll like, okay, now I'm like I've read the room,
Right.
read the situation or the group of people, and now I can like be vocal or say whatever I want to say or like do whatever. Like I'm not. People's like I used to say that I was shy when I was like growing up and in school, and I didn't like that. Like, oh, she's shy. Like, but I'm not shy. I was just quiet. But I
You're
don't
just
really
observing.
necessarily think that I'm a quiet person. Like, once you know me, I'm not really.
Mm-hmm.
My family would be like, she never shuts up, shut up. But, but yeah, I don't think that at all. So I would say people will misread me as being quiet. So then they'll be like, okay, well, she is just like, oh, that's quiet girl, blah, blah, blah. But I'm not, like, I'll get up and, obviously, like, we're all performers. We'll get up on stage,
Right.
we'll talk in front of people. But, yeah, I would say I'm not, like, a quiet, timid person. People will think that I am at first, and that bothers me. Because I think of myself when I was younger, and how that bothered me. But when I was younger, I didn't know how to communicate that to other people.
Right.
Like, to tell them that was wrong. That wasn't who I was, so... Yeah, so now I just make a point, I think, to try to get more comfortable faster so I can be more of myself earlier on when I'm meeting people.
That's a good.
Yeah.
That's a good thing to work on. I think you do it very well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What's yours?
Oh, I think people see me as just this huge bitch, and I'm not, or I try not to be.
I
I
never
just-
seen you that way.
Me either. I don't think that at all.
I think, yeah.
I guess I fear people will see me as a bitch, so I try to be really nice, and I feel like it comes off mean, and so I'm just like constantly like working my way out of a hole.
You come off intimidating, but not
Yeah.
like
See, I guess I can't really differentiate intimidating and a bitch. Like
So
to
not-
me, those two things go hand in hand.
not cruel and mean.
Yeah.
But just like I don't know.
Like confident, like that I know what I'm doing,
Yeah.
and I don't.
I think that's what
I have no idea what I'm doing. I'm constantly in a state of like I really don't want to offend anybody, and I don't want because I know what it's like to be hurt by somebody, and I wouldn't want to
Yeah.
do that to somebody else.
Yeah.
So that's what I'm constantly. I'm just trying to make everybody happy and
Yeah.
but feel like I'm coming off the wrong way. But I don't put up with stupidity either,
As you shouldn't.
and I won't. I'm a very like scorn me once, you're dead, which we've talked about on this podcast before.
Yeah.
That's mine.
Conversely, I'm an incredibly forgiving person.
That's why we work well together.
Almost, some would say, to a fault. Basically, you'd have to be, like, just the worst person in the world for me to be like, I don't want to associate with you ever again. Unless you're like that, then I'm like, you're a good person, I just might not, like, you've done some bad things, but, like, whatever. I think, at heart, everybody tries to be good in general, even if they slip up or whatever. So I don't know how that ties in with my personality.
How do you think people see you?
I think people see me as pretty like an asshole. I feel like people see
You
me
say
as
pretentious,
yeah,
like,
pretentious
all the time.
Because I noticed that
Like
pretentious, like stuck up and better
and,
than
like,
everyone else. And like
I think that goes along with the quiet,
yeah,
and people just assume that.
yeah, I don't know. Like I really don't want people to see me that way because I have this idea of who I think that I am, which I hate to relate it to like fictional characters because that just seems like something that like
That's your way of expression.
I know.
And that's
it's,
just how you have
know
to
what?
do it.
You know what it is? It's very easy it's like shorthand. It's saying, hey, this fictional character? That's how I feel.
And that way you don't have to explain it.
That way I don't have to like go through everything. So like, I guess the closest I feel like a lot is Andy Dwyer from Parks and Recreation. Just this really lovable goofball that just like, just has fun and like, oh hey, we're gonna have a great time doing this thing. But I feel like just the nature of me just like leaning back with like a smirk on my face, people could see that and be like, he just thinks he's so much better than everyone else, because I'm just like, yeah, I'm so much better than everyone else or whatever, but I'm not thinking that. Sometimes I'm thinking, oh, that person did a bad job at something, and maybe I wouldn't have done a bad job at it, but like, who cares?
That's
I think we all have that.
Yeah.
Those thoughts,
we
so.
do.
But I just feel like,
Yeah.
I just don't know how to present to people.
Yeah. Yeah. And I think that's why we work well together.
Yeah.
Because I try to get you to present
Mhm.
yourself to each other. Oh, you don't like us talking about our relationship?
Don't talk about your relationship.
No, but I love it when people are like, Mr. Red is so quiet. And I'm like, what? He's not.
Although, along that note, unlike Andy Dwyer, I do think of myself as a very philosophical person. Like, I'm constantly thinking just about the deeper things and, like, why are people like this? Why do people think this? Why do people behave this way? Why do we all collectively do this? That's weird.
Yes, that is a trait you have. And that, I think, is what prevents you from, like, connecting with humans.
No, I think it helps me understand humans because
You understand them, but understanding and connecting are two different things.
Exactly, but I'm trying to figure out how to connect with them, so I'm trying to, like...
But you're not.
You're
Analyzing them instead of just, like Elle Woods would say, just letting them be who they are and loving them for what they are instead of trying to analyze what they are.
I think you have to analyze in order to do that, though.
Yeah, I think you are thinking of those two things as mutually exclusive, and they're not. I can, like...
That's my brain, I'm sorry.
I know. I can appreciate how someone is and the way they think, and like, oh yeah, you think this way, that's fine. You're like this. I'm going to try to figure out why you think that way, not because I think it's bad, but just because it's like, I'm interested in why you think that. Like, Clever Girl, you and I, like, talk all the time, and you're like, I think, like, people deserve no forgiveness. If they do something once wrong, I'm like, I accept you for who you are. I'm interested in why you think that way. I want to try to get to, like, the root of it. Because
I'm a Gemini, and I am two-sided about everything. I'm like, this
Peeve, people who rely everything on their horoscope.
Bitch, it's true.
Mom and
It
Dad.
is true.
stop fighting.
Because I am like, there is black and there is white and there is no gray in between.
False.
I'm a Gemini too, and I don't think that way.
I feel like there's two different types of Geminis. One like that,
Of
one like that
course
that's born
there
in May, and one like that that's born in June.
All right.
Truly.
Okay,
So that's
No, but that is how my
Are
brain
you done?
works.
yeah. I
Are
think
you
so.
done? I didn't know if you were or
Are
not.
you done?
Oh, that's another thing. This is another thing that comes up because there are certain phrases that you say and they instantly make everyone think, oh, they're feeling this, but honestly, you're just like, no, I mean
I was
that
just
literally.
Like, are you done?
Like,
did you
exactly.
were you done?
The phrase,
You were
"Are
like
you done?"
making
Yeah.
that so, like.
I use that in arguments with guys all the time, and it makes them so
Yeah.
mad.
What?
Are you
Are
done?
you done?
Oh.
Are you done?
Man, that would make anybody mad. That would make me mad.
But
I'd be like,
sometimes-
yeah, I
Sometimes you're
was.
curious. Sometimes you're like, I don't know if
Yeah.
I don't know if I should wait or if I.
Well,
should,
then
I'm
say
curious.
it nicer.
No,
God
there's
damn.
no way of saying it. There's no way of saying it that you won't think.
I
that
think
mean
Woods
the other
Kama L
way.
did a good job when she's like, oh, were you finished? I'm literally concerned for you.
Okay.
Palm down, are you finished? With a
Palm
head
down.
tilt is fine.
Oh,
Palm up
is.
with a attitude, you can take that to the bank.
It's on
What
the
if it's
hand.
like,
That's right.
What if it's vertical? I don't know what to...
You know what? That's very authoritative.
That's
Are you
aggressive,
done?
and I don't like
what
that.
if it's, are you done?
No.
That's just stupid.
No, you're going.
Then it's like, we
Are
are
you
now.
done?
Get out of here.
Swoop
Are
you
you
out of the
done?
way.
I was just wondering.
I feel really bad for our
Are you
listeners who
done?
can't see our hands.
Are you done? This should be a video.
That was a lot of hand movements.
So
think I'm
we
done.
all went back. Mischief K.
Well, I kind of already said, people look at me and they think that I'm young and naive, first of all. That's usually what they think because I can't... Like right now,
Emote.
I don't know
Or-
how
Yeah.
to say how I'm feeling.
Mhm.
Stupid
Um,
same boat.
But also, don't look at me like that.
Well, you were moving and I was moving. I know
Oh,
what's
sorry.
going on.
Mom and Dad, don't fight.
Also, to add, I feel like people look at me the way that I dress and the way that I look, and they don't think that I'm like... I don't want to say this in like an egotistical way.
No. It's immunity. You have say whatever you want.
I feel like they think that I'm...
Quotation mark.
God, I don't want to... I don't even
Just
want to
say
say
it.
this.
It's okay.
Just mouth it and we'll say it.
No, because I can't see.
They feel like I dress...
Gay.
No.
Dress better than.
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh,
like,
okay.
Like maybe like I dress in a way that makes me look like I'm...
You're dressing up for something instead of just going.
Let him think about it.
But, yeah.
It's
I-
okay.
You want me
It's
to talk what you
okay.
think some more?
No. So I dress in a
You
way
sure
that
about
that makes it look like I maybe think that I'm too good for people.
Oh,
Right, right.
okay.
Stuck
Or
up.
like cool or something. But
Oh, like hipster,
Yeah.
which you're not.
but really I'm like the most like weirdest,
Yeah, you're unique.
not cool. I mean, in whatever way of the word that you think that is, but
Literally cold.
I'm
No.
nerdy. I'm like all of these things, and people are usually shocked when they'll be like, for example, one time in dance, like it was like we were in the guys' dressing room, and they were all talking about Star Wars, and they're like, "Oh, you don't watch Star Wars, do you?" Like,
You're
you don't know
like,
anything
bitch,
about
I'm
it."
a
like,
Jedi.
Are you fucking kidding me?
Misa.
No, please. You know what? That's very accurate. I have something similar, although with the minus of like dressing stylish or like well in any way. But like I feel like my whole thing is like jock and nerd mixed into one, because I have like this jacket that says Star Wars on it, but it's kind of like a Letterman.
It's a Letterman
jacket.
jacket.
So like I'll wear it and I'm like, I kind of look cool. Like I have faux hawk hairstyle, so I just like have this cool presentation. And you're right, this feels bad to say about yourself, but it's all like in the layer of like I wear a watch, which is like not a lot of people do, but it's got Batman on it, so I don't know what to do about that.
Yeah, well, people have like this preconceived notion of what a certain like group is.
Yeah.
Right.
Like nerds dress and look this
Right.
way. And
Yeah.
act
Yeah.
this
Yeah,
way.
I think that's so.
Jocks act and look this way.
So if you dress and look this
Or
way,
whatever,
You
Yeah.
must fit into
You must
this.
be into that group, but really, until you get to know
It's-
me specifically,
It's just
you won't know.
It's just like the Golden Girls that you can be more than one.
Yeah.
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 Sorry, I don't know how to fucking explain.
No, you did a good job.
No, I totally understand. I'm the exact same way.
Yeah, that makes a lot of sense because I don't. Actually, it's more of a racial thing, dress wise.
Mhm.
Because if I go, hang out with like my black friend, man friend, and he takes me to a party, I'm, dressed nicely, and I'm not dressed with like black people clothes on. It's like I can't. They automatically don't like me.
Do they call you bougie?
Do they call you white?
Yes, bougie. I get bougie a lot, and
Okay. I know what bougie means, but like the way that you're using it is not how I would say bougie. I guess I don't understand.
bougie is like
I thought bougie was like eccentric and like
It's
bad.
mainly
I thought
used
it was
for
like
Maybe it
rich.
used to be.
Yeah, like
well, it's
Wasn't there a lady?
like
Gaga
someone
song?
who was like
No, it was
like oh,
Just
you
catch up.
bougie, like
you wearing a flamingo like for an outfit,
Yeah,
like you
like,
bougie.
you're extra.
Oh, okay.
You're like you look.
And they
stuck
think
up.
that because you
look-
dress not.
like you're stuck up, like you think you're better than everybody else,
Okay.
that kind of thing. I get that a lot. I get that I'm stuck up a lot. I get that I'm intimidating a lot, and
And you're like, I'm white.
I mean, yeah, it's
Don't
like
understand.
I don't understand.
I honestly don't understand when people say that I'm intimidating. I get it more the older I get, but the whole basis of who I try to be is that to let people know that they can be unapologetically themselves at all times. Like I try to, like when I teach at the high school and stuff, I try to like, be that person to them so they know that like you don't have to try to fit in with these people because it's just not going to fucking matter 10 years from now.
It won't matter the second you graduate.
I feel like
And I
people,
couldn't tell myself that enough.
I feel like people say that you're intimidating because they don't know how to say that you like have confidence, and most people don't.
Yeah.
I feel like you're good at being like, this is me, this is what I think, here's what everybody else is doing, hello, and everyone else is like, blah blah blah, and so I think people are just used to dealing
Is
with
that what they
those
say?
people.
That makes sense.
Yeah, they say
Is that it? Blah, blah, blah.
the thing people say.
That makes that's what I've been told lately. So I get that I'm intimidating a lot recently, and I'm just like.
I used to get that I was mean. I'm like, I'm not mean.
You're not mean.
That's a really specific thing to say.
I say that I mean.
You're mean.
Yeah, like why?
I don't know.
Wow, that
Because
was,
I was confident, and women can't be
that
confident.
was a deep question. I liked it.
Good.
You go.
Oh, you didn't answer.
Oh, yeah! Oh, well, I went. I thought you should have stopped me then.
You could have gotten away with it if it weren't for those meddling kids.
My bad.
Okay. So I think people see me as stupid and flaky and dumb blonde and all that sorts of thing, unresponsible, unreliable. Well, maybe not unreliable, but that sort of thing. And I see myself as like spiritual, grounded, not naive at all. I mean, I know that I can not when I talking in conversation and it's not perfect, but I'm not actually naive when it comes to real things.
Right.
When
When you're making decisions and everything,
Yeah,
you're
I
fully
don't-
cognizant.
Like,
I
issues
question
and-
everything.
Right.
Everything I question. And it's not, and I don't just, believe what everybody's, I'm not gullible at all. If somebody tells me
No.
a fact, I might be like, oh, yeah, really? That's cool. And then but in my head, I'm like, Maybe.
You
know,
maybe not.
Blindly follow someone.
I
Right.
wouldn't blindly follow. No, I see myself as extremely grounded, and I don't think I think that's the last thing people see or think of me, and I get frustrated because there's, you know, so much more.
I think Woods Kama is like just one of the most caring people that there are.
Well, I'm glad you see that. 'cause
And she'll definitely just take you
definitely-
for- who you
you're
are.
Very genuine.
Yeah.
You're very
Yeah,
genuine.
that's a great word.
Yeah.
Genuine
A
in
lot-
any action that you do.
A lot of very smart people have like written books and talked endlessly about like how there are always like two facets of a person. There's like who you are, and then there's like the mask that people see
Yeah.
that you sometimes create over like your entire life, and it's always in flux and everything. And that tends to be what people think you are, because they're like, oh, you talk a certain way, or you dress a certain way, or you look a certain way, and so you must be this deep
Yeah.
inside, even though
You
that's
know,
like that's not based on anything.
I think I did that a lot when I was younger because, you know, like my family even, you know, they tease me and stuff. Like I was just, you know, just dumb or something, and I would get so angry about it. That's why I started dressing like in high school, like hardcore punk. And I was like, you
Woods
know.
Kama asked you that punk ass bitch.
I think you guys met me when my makeup was still black, you know, just because I was trying to get people to think, I'm not who you think I am.
Right.
But
We
then
break
I
in
kinda-
stereotypes here on Peeves and Qs.
Yeah.
But then I kind of got out of a lot of that, you know, because I don't know, maybe I'm not saying everybody uses that as that, but I personally think I kind of did. I do like some of that style. Anyway.
Adding on to kind of what she said.
All right.
People will think that because I'm gay.
Wait, you're gay?
Sick comeback.
Ooh.
That because you're gay.
That because I'm gay, there's a stereotype that gay guys.
That I like to sleep with men. No, I'm just
Yes.
I would like to correct these
No, but
stereotypes.
actually, no. There's a stereotype that gay guys like sleep around with everybody.
are promiscuous.
promiscuous.
Yes. And
That was bad.
It was.
I feel like I'm like totally not that.
Mm-hmm.
But when people see me, they automatically assume like,
That you do.
yeah,
Yeah.
That is a huge stereotype in
Yeah.
gay,
yes.
bi.
Which I mean,
LGBT.
don't get me wrong, there are a lot of gay guys that are super promiscuous. But it's everywhere.
But there's a lot of humans that are
yeah, it's
promiscuous.
everywhere. It's not just
Straight
the gay
people, I
community.
should have said.
But
Have you ever encountered people who are also in the gay community that assume that you are, and they're like, "Oh, you'll be like down for something because
because you're gay.
you're gay."
yeah, one almost got snatched at the club.
I was just thinking about that
When you almost-
situation.
I
Oh my god.
Mama Thunder.
bitch. I was so fucking mad. I feel like a lot of the like at that specific club, a lot of guys go there expecting
To hook up.
yeah.
Mhm.
When I'm just there trying to have a good time and just dance and have fun, maybe dance with a guy, but nothing more than that.
Yeah.
Unless
Yeah.
he's really cute.
But not like sleep with him that night.
Unless
Unless
really
he's really cute.
No, I would
Yeah.
never.
That's dangerous.
But yeah, so that's another thing that I just thought I would add.
Yeah,
Yeah.
for sure.
Wow, we got really deep.
Man.
Man, fuck shit, dick.
Fuck shit.
I'm so mad you brought that up because I'm like fuming all over again that kid fucking ran out of there before I got to him because I would have
She
beat
knew
the,
who he was.
I ended up doing. I would beat the fucking shit out of him.
Okay.
Well,
Mischief Gay, do you have a question for
do you
us?
have a question for us?
We got so into that question, I was trying to think of a question.
Oh no.
Uh-oh.
And then I was just trying to think of an answer to that question.
So if you
So
don't,
you don't.
we can move
That's okay.
to chocolate.
No, you
fun.
can't.
Okay, I have a question.
Okay.
What is, if there was no consequences, what is the wildest thing you would change about your appearance?
Oh.
Like if it was hair-wise, piercing-wise.
We can only pick one?
Yeah, can we only pick one?
Or like top
Yes,
3.
because that makes it.
I'm really stressed out about
Okay,
this.
one thing.
You can only pick one thing.
No, you can do two.
What?
Two things.
Okay, two
Like,
things.
it would just happen to you, and you didn't have to do anything.
No,
to
like if you
achieve
could just like, yeah.
Oh.
Okay, I know.
Mine's
I know what
immediate.
I would have.
So I hate doing the thing where you ask a question and then I'm trying to like put all these things around it, like, but what about this? But what about this? But I'm curious about the rules of this question. Is this something that we change today immediately, or it's always been true about ourselves?
You're thinking too much into it.
I am.
This is-
You're gonna change it from here now. Here now.
So I wasn't born this way. Hey,
You're
I'm
right.
gonna be okay.
Yeah, I know what I would.
Thank you. For
Immediately know what I would pick.
Yes, Gaga.
Okay, Chocolate Thunder, what's yours?
Okay, wait. No, it's just an appearance thing. Like you
Yeah.
have to.
Yes.
Okay.
Right.
No, it's definitely an appearance thing.
So, my two things.
Dun dun.
First of all, I would change my hair.
To what?
I would have actual mixed people hair instead of black people hair, like I'm supposed to.
Yeah.
Okay, so what is mixed people hair?
Okay.
Because I know that there are African Americans who have like white girl hair. Is that what that means?
Sort of.
Do
Okay.
you want to have red hair?
I know what you mean, because
Do you want to have my hair?
my cousin's
Okay.
little girl is mixed, and she has like
It's like
a different texture.
soft ringlets, like large hair.
Oh, okay.
That's
Yeah.
health, like it's whiter as
Gotcha.
opposed to my hair when it's curly and it's super, super like tight and thick and too much thick hair. So that's the first thing I would change.
Cool.
And I'm torn between changing my nose and my butt because I have a pancake ass, but it's not totally pancake assy. But like I always want to take the fat from like my stomach or my thighs and just shoot it in my butt, so it's a little bit more sticky outy.
Got you.
Sticky
Got
eye.
you.
Yep.
The medical term. Yes.
So there's that.
Nice.
Those are the things.
Cool.
Why your nose?
Yeah. Why your nose?
My nose is ugly. I have my
I
dad's nose.
I don't-
It's not quite as big as.
Is that why you hate it? Are you going through a Michael Jackson complex because you have your dad's nose?
Are you only asking that?
Shut up!
Oh my god.
We saw a Michael Jackson impersonator
Yeah,
in
we did.
Punta Cana.
We got Michael Jackson
Was
on the
he
brain.
awesome?
He was
alright.
very good, except he could try harder.
He could have learned the song.
Yeah, he could have learned the songs and not held his hand in front of his face most of the time. Yeah.
Yeah.
Have you seen those memes?
Yeah, it's a little heavy.
They make me die every time. It's something different every time. And I
You never see it coming, you're like, ah!
Oh, they got me again.
Mr. Gay, what would you change?
Yeah, what would you change about your physical appearance?
Well,
Two things.
one thing I would change is I would make my hair curly.
Whoa.
Not like curly, but like,
Wavy?
yeah, but like a good wave.
A tight wave.
Yeah. And long.
Your hair long?
Yeah.
Are you considering those are the two things?
No.
Okay, so that's one thing.
Yes. Long to like
Shoulders.
shoulders. So I could have a butt.
Okay.
You just let your hair grow out and perm it.
It takes too
It takes way too long.
He wants it now.
Shit, I don't know.
Secondly, I would change. Only two things?
Oh, there's two.
Yeah,
now?
You can pick two things.
You only get to dislike two things about yourself, and that's it for your whole life.
Yep.
Yeah, you hear that, kid?
That's right.
I.
Da-da-da.
We can come back to you.
No. I would change, I guess. I would change.
We're on pins and needles. What is it? What would you change?
Okay.
Anxious for this answer.
Fuck, shit.
Yeah.
Okay, listen.
We've been listening. Change.
My
You better cut this out.
nose.
No, this is
Your
awesome.
nose.
Your nose.
Man, y'all hating your noses so
Did
much.
you say nose?
Yeah.
Okay, I can't say nose.
No, you said nose.
There are only
No.
so many parts
No,
of the
no,
body.
no.
Okay, I would change my nose and my hair.
Okay.
Okay.
Why are we the same person?
What's comma L?
I would
You know the answer
I
to
would
that.
have thicker hair. Just
True
thicker
that.
hair.
Oh, man, you're giving
And
me
A
such good
different
ideas.
Well.
A darker skin tone.
Okay.
Like to what?
To I don't know, like
Not transparent.
not milky white pale.
Clear.
To the color that I buy my tan solution.
Oh, gotcha.
And the first day when it's the darkest, that color. But like
Gotcha.
that always, and not
are
like
very pale.
so pale. It's stupid.
Some people would kill to be that pale.
Well, not me.
Well, not you.
You're not
But
pale.
mainly
It's only
just
The hair.
thick hair. Just
Yeah.
thick hair. That's all I want.
I think,
Karen?
well, the first one that comes to mind is I really want really nice abs because it worked really hard, and we can do better, folks. So it's such hard work, and it's too much. So that's what I really want. I really, really, really want really nice abs to look really nice in like a swimsuit, sports bra, and like yoga pants. And my main thing, I don't know what the other thing would be.
You don't have to have two.
If that happened for me, I wouldn't need another thing. That would be great.
Can I just put both into abs?
Yeah.
Yeah. Double the abs.
Double
Yeah.
down on abs.
Nice.
Clever girl.
Well, of course, I would drop a ton of weight and be very, very, very small.
I
And-
want to be Woods, L.
I want to be Woods, L small or Carmen San Diego small. Because y'all the same. The same. Or pretty darn close. And that was going to be like my one, and I was like, I would be okay with that. But now Woods, L has me thinking about my hair, and I think it's thinning, and I get super paranoid about it. So I'm going to tie two things together. I'm going to say either thicker hair, or I feel like I have really droopy eyelids, and I'd like those fixed.
Droopy eyelids.
Droopy
That's the
eyelids.
thing. People
Yeah.
do that all the time.
I feel like one droops more than the other. And now you're all looking at me like it's gonna droop
Yeah, which
now.
one do you think is droopy?
I don't know, I have to look in the
Find it,
mirror. I
I've never
think it's
noticed
this
it.
one.
The one on your right. For
The one on my right. I think it droops.
Unless you
more.
wanted me to keep that secret.
They're gonna know. They're gonna
I
find
just
out who I
noticed it's
am.
the skin color you have right now. I'd be good with that.
Yeah, I would, yeah. I
You're
too
like
would.
really freaking tan right now.
It's that Punta Cana sun.
Yeah, you guys got tan.
No, you went tanning.
Shut up! Don't rat
For
me out.
months before the trip.
Not months, a month. Anyway,
No,
so
I
yeah.
wasn't
But no,
really
if I could lose a ton of weight and not have the skin that's left over, I'd be happy.
Yeah. I get that. Oh, I have to go now. This is hard because I feel like there's a lot of different directions I could go with this.
Yeah.
It's not that there's a lot that I would want to change about myself, but there's a lot of different directions. So I'll limit it to the first is my hair. This is why I asked the question. If I could choose to have been born differently, I would not have bright orange hair that I have.
I know, it makes me
Because-
so sad when he says that.
What?
Because it's just it's such a box to be
It's like
put in.
it's like a stereotype for him.
Yeah,
I mean,
it
he
is.
really does go through things.
Do people call you a fire crotch?
Yep.
Yes,
Yeah.
People say you have no soul.
people have
Okay.
yes.
Yeah.
People, we were literally downtown somewhere, and like someone we didn't even know yelled out the window of their car like, "What? Like red, red!"
Yeah.
And just like the entire way they were driving down the street, like red.
What the fuck?
I know.
Maybe they were fans of the show.
Maybe they were. This was before that, I think.
No, this is way before that.
But maybe they knew in the future. So
You'd be so different, though.
I know.
You would be a different person if you
So
didn't
what
have red
color
hair.
would you choose?
Black.
either black or brown, just like something simple. I wouldn't want it. Probably black. That's the coolest hair color, I think.
It is.
Um,
Yes, it is.
I don't want you to have black hair.
I mean, I wouldn't want to be like exactly like me, but like dye my, because I could just do that. I could just like dye my hair.
You ain't gonna do that.
But I think like my face might be different, or like other things. I don't know.
Listen,
My skin tone is probably
very
different.
pale also.
Yeah.
He'd be a
And I dyed my
vampire.
hair black one time.
You gonna be a vampire?
Don't do it.
Yeah. I'm not
It
gonna
was
do it.
He will never do it back.
But since
No, it's
it's not based on how we were born, I will say instead like long hair because I know.
Jody, why do you hate him?
hate long hair.
Clever girl, why do you hate him?
So like shoulder
long hair.
length feels a little long, so maybe like slightly less than shoulder length.
What do you want, like Justin Bieber hair?
Not Justin Bieber hair, but like 80s rock star hair.
I'm just picturing
That's
like
what I want.
That's
is
long.
That's
80s
longer
not
than
like
shoulder
80s
length.
hair rock
Whatever you fucking want.
Yeah. Well, I've tried it before, and yeah, it just takes so long to grow out. It just takes, and it's so awkward in the middle, and my hair is just way too thick.
I
to do
hate it.
What?
I hate it.
And you hate it. And the other thing would be that I would be black.
What?
Yeah, it's like
Why?
because I've been white.
I am completely blindsided.
On that note, good night.
Yeah, wrap this shit up. This is so stupid.
What? Is there something wrong with being black? I mean, I've been white. I've tried that, and it's like it's fine, whatever.
Do you think he should go black and never go back?
I'd never go back.
I don't recommend it.
Yeah, like, I hate to say it, but you just get treated differently.
That's fine. I don't get treated great now. Apart from by you, I like to think you would still love me.
Yes, I would.
Anyway,
No, she wouldn't. There's not a chance in hell you guys would be together if you were black.
I dated a black person
She
in high
did. I
school.
was just gonna. I remember that.
maybe that's not what she's saying. What are you saying?
You'd be different if you were black.
I would be very different when I was black.
Wait, so you wanted
Although, again,
black hair
And be black.
also be black?
I
Okay.
could. I
Well,
could
there
be.
you go.
Yeah.
Because I was just picturing for a second. I was like, wait a minute.
Black
Your
with orange hair.
No, I
That
would not.
would-
I definitely would not want to be black with my same hair
You'd
color.
be like a strange form of albino that way.
Yeah.
Yeah, that wouldn't be cool. If you're black and have red hair, I'm so sorry.
Send a picture. I want to see.
Yeah,
Yeah,
really want
is
to
that
see
even a thing?
I'm
It's
sure
not
it is.
obviously like hair color.
I've seen black women with red hair, but I feel like it's dyed.
It I mean, that your
Don't
color
stereotype.
orange, natural
No, I
orange,
just feel like that.
That's a very hard color to achieve.
It is. Yeah. Well, sorry to bombshell everybody.
Did everyone
with
ask
that
a
one.
question? I mean, no, you didn't. You didn't ask a question.
Yes, I did. I asked the question about
I have to go.
I have to
NASCAR.
leave,
Remember?
so I have to leave.
Well, I think we're done.
Like right now?
That's fine.
I think
I have
we're
to
good.
go get up early. It's Palm Sunday tomorrow.
Oh, that's
I have to
right.
go.
Well, good job, everybody.
Man.
This has been Peeves and Qs. You can't deny it. I've been.
We've tried.
Yeah, and believe us. If you have a question or a peeve or whatever, you can send it to the show at an email at peevesandqspodcast@gmail.com, or you can Twitter at us at Peeves and Qs. And I'm at Mr. spelled out the long way, Red2342. That's at Mr. Red2342. Anyone else want to plug anything?
No.
No.
No?
Share with your
Twitters?
friends.
Yeah,
That's it.
please share with your friends because
Get a job.
Get a job.
I already
Please share with your friends because that's the best way for our show to grow. And for you to let us know. All right, thank you everybody for listening, and goodbye.
Bye.
Bye.
We should have sang the outro like
Oh,
the beginning.
goodbye.
Goodbye.
That was not as good.